The Dominican Republic is known for soft sand, warm water, and the national liquor of choice, Mama Juana. This country has roughly the population of Michigan and the land area of West Virginia. The Dominican Republic shares the island of Hispaniola with its neighbor to the west, Haiti, bordering its north shore, the Atlantic Ocean, and the Caribbean to its south. Tourists are flocking to the small island country in droves. It's a popular hotspot for Americans, Canadians, and Russians. Helping to boost the economy, sun, sand, and adventure sports. Going beyond the walls of the luxurious resorts, you'll find the real beauty in the Dominican Republic. Cigar makers, chocolatiers, and children all make the country one of a kind. Most tourists won't ever get to see this side of the Dominican Republic.
There's no such thing as a middle class. Maybe around the tourist area, I could be what you call the middle class. But you're either way up there or you're way down there.
Punta Cana Pat is a Canadian expatriate. He came to the Dominican Republic in the mid-90s with some friends and fell in love with the country. Now he takes small groups on tours of what he calls the real Dominican Republic.
And when you get back at the hotel tonight, you talk to a waiter or waitress, tell them that you're at an Hoyo and see their reaction. Because we start on top of a hill, we drive down, they call it a hole, an Hoyo.
The east coast of the DR is booming. The first resorts only started attracting tourists 15 to 20 years ago. While Punta Cana might be the most cosmopolitan city in the region, the city of Higuey is home to the most people and most of the resort employees. Outside these resorts, life is very different for most Dominicanos.
The Dominican Republic has many power cuts. I mean, we live with electricity. We take it for granted. It's always there. Well, here we have anywhere between 2 to 4, sometimes up to 6 hours of power cuts every day.
Some are getting rich by the economic boom brought on by tourism, but economic opportunities aren't equally available for everyone.
So squatting became an issue. 3 areas became the main hubs for the squatters, and the biggest one of the 3 is the one we're going to. Now, when there's squatters, it's not usually nice people. You had a lot of gang members, some sort of little mafia was organized in there. People were collecting rents for no reason. Drug dealers, ladies of the night, all the nice people of society ended up there. Yes, you had squabbles, you had shootings, you had gunshots almost regularly every night. Did the police run in there? Even the police didn't dare go in there.
Millions of Haitian refugees are coming to the DR after a magnitude 7.0 earthquake rocked the region.
And that probably involves at least about 3/4 of the Dominican population work on minimum wage.
Haitian refugees are willing to work for less than minimum wage just to get by.
Here, the minimum wage in the hotels, for starters, just to give you an idea, is $350 a month. A gallon of gas here goes for almost $5 a gallon. So if you're making $350 a month, that's about $10 a day. $5 for 1 gallon is a big chunk of your daily salary. So people use 2-wheel taxis.
Education in the region is lacking for both Haitian immigrants and for locals.
They say that about 88% of parents had not completed grade 4. So there was basically no education, very uneducated kids. Public school is free in this country, but it's up to you to buy the school supplies, like all good parents. The thing is, school supplies in this country are imported. A lot of them are imported. So there's an importation tax. So the end result, school supplies are very expensive.
¿Cuántos hermanos y hermanas?
Tengo 5 hermanas y 5 hermanos.
Oh, una familia grande.
Growing up, these children may find themselves working in some of the DR's biggest industries. Tourism, cocoa, rum, and cigars bring in the most money for the country.
So after 3 years, you wait 6 months for the first harvest. 6 months. So it takes 3.5 years for the first harvest, 3.5 years.
Chocolate is flourishing in the Antilles Islands. The cocoa plant came from Mexico and Central America. It's one of the DR's biggest exports after sugarcane.
You say how I make a chocolate home. It's a lot of work. You're gonna have a cocoa powder. What are you going to do with the cocoa powder? Hot chocolate.
Dominicans take great pride in their cigars. Of Cigar Aficionado's top 25 cigars in 2017, 4 are Dominican, only 2 are Cuban.
In America, I know you guys are all mesmerized with Cuban cigars. You know why? Because you can't have them. Well, the proven fact, when Obama lifted the ban on Cuban cigars, Cuban cigar sales actually dropped in the U.S., and when President Trump put it back on, Cuban cigar sales went up again.
The DR's biggest cities have grocery stores similar to anywhere in the U.S., but you find the biggest slice of Dominican culture in the street markets.
Here, like this is the meat store. I don't know if you can see on the counter, some of the meats are right on the counter. Here, a big cow sometimes hangs right here in the sun. And if you want some pork chops, if you want some steak, you want whatever, you cut it right off the animal, and that's fresh. So they put orange juice over it. It's a sour orange, and it keeps the flies off.
The Taino people had a complex culture and society when Christopher Columbus arrived in 1492. This group of Indians arrived to the Antilles archipelago from South America. Very little of the Taino culture still exists today. What you're seeing now is not a traditional Taino. As 800,000 Tainos lived on Hispaniola. Most of them were wiped out as a result of European diseases and slavery. Still, claiming Taino heritage is a point of pride for many rural Dominicans. Many have as much as 20% Taino DNA. These people identify as mestizo or mixed. Stark contrasts, rich and poor, old and new, sea and mountain, dominate the Dominican way of life. The future has great changes in store for this country and many challenges to overcome.